Hello there folks. Now, those of you with a keen eye may notice that Turok was never produced by Rare. That is quite simply because this is not Turok. This is the one, the only, the myth, the legend, the man, the will, the book, Banjo Kazooie. That's right. I do love this little opening. Froggy! Awesome stuff. But basically, I had a little go at getting Turok to work, and although it would play just fine, you know, when I was just plain old playing it, since I attempted to record at the same time, it began to crash horrendously. I mean, sometimes it would just plain old lose volume, and sometimes it would freeze, and then I'd get no clip glitches going on all of a sudden, and don't get me started on the horrendous controls. Really, I've completely forgotten now how difficult it was to actually control that damn thing. So yeah, instead I'm gonna go fuck it, and I'm gonna be playing Banjo Kazooie instead. A game that's much like Castlevania and a number of other N64 games I never actually completed. However, I'm gonna have a go at doing that now. Huzzah! Which language would I like to play in, eh? Das German. No, I'm gonna go for English. It'd be hilarious to watch me trying to play it in German. It's been, what, about 8 years since I learned any German? That'd be hilarious. Very good there. From the sound of the music, I think he's supposed to be playing one of the older Rare games on that Game Boy as well. Yes, this was one of my favourite games as a kid. There was this and Final Fantasy VII. Were probably the two games that I rented most often from the local video shop. It is a little depressing to know that there are going to be some members of my audience who have never set foot inside a video shop. My god. Actually, that in mind, I recently bumped into the bloke who used to own it. Yes, actually kind of funny. He recognised me almost instantly. It was kind of scary. He's like, ah, right. You're the kid who used to bug me to buy the games off me second hand, weren't you? I was like, well, I wouldn't say bug, but yes, that was me. I've still got the copies of your old rental games I bought off you in the end. He was a really cool guy. When a new console came out, and the demand for the old games became less and less, he'd allow certain people, well, you know, repeat customers like myself, first pick of the old stock to buy for cheap, which I got my hands on this original copy of Banjo Kazooie. And you know, am I the only one a little concerned that this talking pot seems to have the hots for a little girl? No one ever really raises that issue, but I think it needs to be raised. And just how seriously this woman seems to be taking all of this too. I mean, why are you that upset that your talking pot finds a little girl hot? Well, actually, I can see why you'd be upset, but you're not upset in the right way or for the right reasons. Yeah. Mole. Mole. Hi there, Tootie. Parents obviously didn't like her very much. Perhaps they were part of the fan base. Tootie is one of the tragic characters of gaming. She's barely in this game as it is, but she somehow generated so much dislike that they actually booted her from all subsequent games. That's a picture of TikTok woods in the background, I think. An area we'll be exploring much later in this LP. You know, presuming I don't cock it up horrendously and end up, you know, rage quitting the entire thing. Which I will give you fair warning now is a possibility. I'm not very good at this game, I'm really not. What do you mean, this game? Yes, I am good at some games, and, you know, I was a fair hand at Tetris at one point. Pretty sure that's not your brother, kid. God. What an amazing game, really. all built around all these characters that every single one of them has an amazing speech impediment. You should need bigger underwear. You're standing right there, you useless tit. You know, bite the witch. Do something. Claw her. You're a mole, you've got claws. Then again, I suppose, you know, if the person in question's brother is a large grizzly bear, perhaps it is more wise to let him handle the situation. It wasn't that funny. Alright, let's see. Analog stick moves me like so. It's a bit of a... yeah, it's a bit of the old N64 delay going on. Not sure why that's included. I guess crouch. R does what exactly? Ah, right, okay. So C buttons, that makes me look around. And like Zelda, there's no auto-correction on the view. Which means if I look up, I won't automatically zoom back down the moment I forget to be holding the analog stick. Hey Bottles, how's it going? The short side? Well, you're doing better than the rest. You're supposed to be blind. You're some sort of super mole. Does explain the jacket. I mean, clearly the man's got taste. What was all that noise about? Well, she's been kidnapped by some sort of ugly fat witch in a paedophile cauldron. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. They look legit. She flew up to a mountain lair. See now, why can't I have me one of those? I want a mountain lair. I think it's damn cool. Obviously there's quite a bit of profit involved. I mean look, emeralds for the eyes, you know. If that doesn't say you've got some cash, I don't know what does. Yeah, we're fine, we're just gonna skip straight through the training montage. I'll grab a couple of the honeycomb pieces along the way. But the rest of them, I'm not going to bore you guys watching me collect them. I'm going to grab them all off screen, probably at the end of the video. When it comes to the worlds themselves, I'm presuming that you guys have already played this or at least know the basics of Banjo Kazooie, so I'm not going to spend too much time... No, go away. I'm going to spend too much time explaining. When it comes to the worlds themselves, I'll show you 100% collection runs where and when I can. I can't guarantee that I'm going to do it on every level, because as I say, I was never particularly good at this game. Now there we go. First honeycomb piece. Now, there's 6 of them in Spiral Mountain somewhere. Plus I'm not going to bother collecting all of them when you guys can actually see, because that would slow the pace of this video quite horrifically, so I'm not going to bother with that kind of nonsense. Thought there was one in one of those boulders. Oh, whatever. I'll say I've got plenty of time to figure it out for myself when I get back to all of this. Now, believe it or not, Banjo Kazooie is actually one of the most detailed N64 games ever produced. Unlike a lot of the games, it actually uses part mapping for textures. This means a regular N64 game would have an entire surface like this cliff face here, and would have a single individual texture that gets whacked across the entire thing. Now, Banjo Kazooie does it a bit different. The cliff face is broken down into around 6 different squares, each with their own individual texture. Now obviously the whole thing's still a bit muddy and, you know, crappy, the same way most N64 graphics were, if we're quite honest with ourselves. However, the end result is something a lot more detailed, and compared to a lot of N64 works, generally crisper and more involved. I mean, if you compare this to, say, Mario 64, one of the first games to come out, it was basically a set of 3D block colours. Ah, there we go, another honeycomb piece. That's free, it's a good start. Let's just get straight up the ramp now though, I think. What was I thinking of? Ah yes. So yeah, it is also unfortunately why I have not been able to find a completed HD texture pack for this game. There are a couple which retexture, like the opening area here, and I think 1 or 2 of the first levels, but due to the sheer amount of work involved, no one has ever actually completed a full texture pack, to my knowledge. If anyone knows different, feel free to tell me. Show us there's a bridge right there. Didn't need this guy to show us, surely. So, yep, good luck with that. Try not to die, but if you go down into the woods today, remix! Ah yes, like all true villains, Gruntilda has the infinitely slow machine of diabolicalness. Yeah, this game, if you go for 100% run, I think takes somewhere in the realm of 10-12 hours to actually complete. That's assuming you actually know where everything is, so you can do it all straight away. And yet, in all of those 12 hours, not only does this machine never finish its work, but towards the end, they seem to forget the machine was even involved in the game, which is, I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but it's kind of funny. Literally, towards the last quarter or so of the game, the whole premise of the machine will suddenly vanish. No one will even remember it was supposed to be being used. Gruntilda will suddenly no longer be in it for no particular reason. Neither will Tooty. I'm not really sure how that sort of thing happens. What's this? Me, Mr. Jiggy! Go find a picture of a piece missing, you say? Well, Jiggy dance! Oh god, I love that. It's such a shame they removed the Jiggy dance from Banjo Kazooie. And let's not even get started on Banjo Nuts and Bolts, that was a horrendous game. Something will appear up there later, but for now, let's go complete the puzzle and open the first world. Yeah, we get the idea. Unfortunately, I don't think I can skip these little intro sequences. It's strange, I'm sure you could, but I cannot for the life remember how you do it. No, A doesn't work. B doesn't speed it up. Pushing start doesn't do it either. Oh, thankfully, most of the things are being talked about usually while you're able to move about. There are only a couple of things that will actually stop your character dead while they give you the text blurb. That's the thing the game deems most important. Kinda doubt it, the Grunty. You see, I've played this game enough times, so I'm reasonably sure I know where most of the opening level stuff is. Yeah, let's have a quick look around, shall we? Very blue sky. That's Mumbo's hut up there. I think the first idea is to go straight across the bridge. However, there's some stuff under the water as well that I need to get. One of the things that I did find rather annoying when I first played this game was they never tell you just how important these notes are. There's a brief blurb there mentioning that they open things called note doors. However, what the game fails to mention to you first time round is that those note doors, well, to be quite frank, they require a rather ridiculous amount of notes to actually open. I mean, I think the first one only takes like 50 or something. That's not too bad. But the others, there's no rhyme or reason to the way they increase. It can go from like 50 to like 600 towards the end of the game. Right. Now this game has been not so ironically referred to in the past as a collectathon, and it's a reputation that's well deserved. In addition to the notes and the jiggies and the honeycomb pieces, you also have these things, these Jinjos. Now I don't care if I'm mispronouncing that, someone will probably tell me off, but that's how I pronounced it as a kid, so that's how I'm going to keep pronouncing it, damn it. But yes, if you collect 5 of the Jinjos, in return for rescuing them, they will also give you a Jiggy. And Jiggy dance! Ba 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 ba. Yeah, just again, it's more sort of tutorial blurb. Now, if I remember correctly, I need to nick one of your oranges, don't I? Stand still while I fondle your fruits, will you? Nope. Ba-ba. No, never mind. Anyway. Another Jiggy! Wait for it. Jiggy dance! Yeah? That's 2 Jiggies within the first, oh what, 5 minutes of recording this world? Nice. Now what move does he... Actually, is there anything else? Ooh, Mumbo